Welcome to Inland Edition, where this season we're having conversations with people who represent nonprofit organizations working to make the Inland Empire a better place. My name is Joe Richardson. I'm a local attorney, Inland Empire resident, and your host. And today we're going to chat with Maria Alonso, the founder and director of Huerta del Valle. Huerta del Valle is a nonprofit network of urban farms and community gardens working to provide organic produce for local communities. Their mission is to build one garden every mile by teaching the next generation of organic farmers how to manage their collective gardens. They envision a future where fresh, local, and sustainably produced food is available to everyone in the Inland Empire. Motivated by her son's ADHD diagnosis and the subsequent choice of administering drugs or changing his diet, Maria Alonso decided to change his diet. But after discovering the expense of organic food, she began working with Pitzer College's sustainability program, the City of Ontario, and Kaiser Permanente to not just promote food justice, but to actually find ways to grow nutritious, healthy, affordable food in the Inland Empire. Let's meet her now and learn more about how Huerta del Valle is affecting our everyday community. So I am proud to welcome Maria Alonso of Huerta del Valle to Inland Edition. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Joy, for inviting to this event, to this edition. I'm very proud because, there has the opportunity where the chair that work with my community for me is very proud.
Right.
Thank you for this invitation.
Oh, you're great. So when we set the cameras all up for you, we worked extra hard on it today. So let's talk a little bit just kind of about your background. And what we want to do is we want to get to the point where you create this amazing organization. So let's start with your background a bit. What can you tell us?
Yes, when you say my name is Maria Alonso, I come from Mexico in 1989. Right. And I mother for 3 children.
Right.
And, working in many things, clean the restrooms, many things. But in 2010, I received a diagnosis with my son. And this is the reason and my inspiration for Huerta del Valle Community Garden.
Right.
Because I need the healthy food for my son.
Right.
And for my husband too and myself.
Right.
Because there has the opportunity that produce organic, local.
Right.
In this case, I am very proud because if in 2010 I don't receive the diagnosis with my son, I think never.
Right. So they give him a diagnosis. Tell us about that. Was it ADHD? I think I did some studying and figured that out. They said ADHD or they said he had some condition or something, right?
Yes, it's the condition, for my son there has the problems with put attention in the class.
Right, sure.
And don't all the time make it anything, but don't put attention.
Right.
And the grades is down.
Right.
In this case, I say, what I need something.
Right.
But in 2010, I received this diagnostic.
So you decide, I'm gonna take this into my own hands and do everything that I can do, right? Now, did they try to put him on medication?
No.
Okay.
This is the reason, my inspiration for this, because I talking with a psychiatric and say, what's the reason he drink the medicine when he has only 10 years?
Right.
And the doctor say, the reason is because right now when you think about to consume very good benefits in your body,
right.
The products that come to miles and miles for your store.
Right.
And when you eat garbage.
Right.
And this is the first time I listen to garbage and say, garbage, what is it? Because all the time I say trash,
Right.
trash. And say garbage and say, what is garbage? And I say, Okay, I
Right,
understand.
right.
Yes, there has a sense because right now I has more knowledge to the organic products. There has a benefits,
Right.
and when you could, for example, this produce there's harvest today, this morning, but if you can test it now,
Right.
you can test it the complete flavor.
Right.
But later, the after 5 days, you can try it again, this product, and the flavor is different.
Right, right. So you decided that in order to eat healthy, quality food for your family and for your community, that you would actually have to help make it happen yourself.
Yes, because I think how many Marias stay outside with the same need to myself.
Right,
Say, I think this is big opportunity because who has the opportunity for eating these products?
right,
The person that has the money
right,
and has the opportunity for buy.
right,
And now I say, this is very good point for bring to this resource in the
Right.
community.
Right.
And then when I grow, when I have the first person there support to this is the City of Ontario.
right. City
They
of
give me
Ontario.
the
So it's an
City of
Inland
Ontario.
Empire business and Inland Empire nonprofit, right?
Yes.
Huerta del Valle, which is, we said the orchard.
Orchard
Inland
Empire.
Orchard.
Orchard, yes,
Right.
Inland Orchard.
That's Inland Orchard.
Huerta
okay.
del Valle is in Spanish, but in English is Inland
Orchard.
Orchards.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you had never created an organization before, right? How did you get started?
You know, now I explain and I speak a little English, but when I started, I don't speak nothing English.
Really?
It's a lot of challenge for myself.
Sure.
The technology, the language. When somebody come, say, oh, bye. And when they're leaving, oh, hi.
Right.
Say, but right now I laughing the same to you because say, wow, I growing with
Right.
together with Huerta del Valle.
Right.
The mission for the organization is growing the vegetables and fruits,
Right.
organic, don't use the pesticides and herbicides, and the same area made the fertilizing for the produce. It's very, very important, they make this message for many person because you can eat to the stores, yes, but you can put your money right now in the healthy food
Right.
or later in the hospital
Right.
because the consequence is later for the long terms.
And so I think it's important to talk about this. I was talking to your friend backstage here, and one of the things that she mentioned to me is that you got to understand that Maria comes from a background where you didn't get medicine, right?
No.
So you had to do things other ways. And so now they come to you and tell you that your son has this problem, and he's 10 years old at the time?
Now, he's 10 years old when he received the
At that
diagnostic.
time, right.
Right now, he is 23 years old.
Right, right.
And I'm very proud for him.
Right.
And he say, I'm very proud for you, Mom.
Right.
Because you make the Huerta del Valle for myself.
Right.
I need the healthy food.
Right.
And right now, I recognize when I eat fat food
Right.
to healthy food.
Right.
I recognize when I eat bad food, I don't sleep, and my teen is
Right.
very bad, terrible.
Right.
But when I eat healthy food,
Right.
I stay very relaxed
Right.
and think very positive.
Right.
And I say,
Right.
thank you, son, because
Right.
this is my goal. This
Right.
is my best check.
It's one thing to do something for your son and for your family, but how does it go to you doing something for the entire community and creating an organization? How did you do that?
It's a lot of support. Many people there come to support to Huerta. When I started in October 2010.
Right.
In 2011, the Susan Phillips, she's a professor for Pitzer College. They come with a program, Pitzer in Ontario, and then come to myself and say, Maria, I have the support for you. Casa Pitzer in Ontario, there has the students, they to come with you and support for growing the organization.
Wow.
And they help me with another connection, the school for urban, the Lounge School,
Right.
their support to myself for
Right.
make the organization nonprofit.
Right.
It's a lot of people,
Right.
30 minutes is short for announce, for many, many people. Yeah.
So tell me about how you go about, saw in your information, you do community gardens and urban farms. I think that's how it's described. Tell me about that. Are they the same thing? Are they different? And how do you figure out where they're gonna be created?
Yes, the community garden is because there has the community garden and urban farm because there has divided the 4 acres in different areas.
Okay.
One area is for community garden when you can come and you have interest to plant, take 10 by 20,
Right.
and you growing your vegetables and fruits.
Oh, wow. So they have their own plots.
Yes.
Gotcha.
You can get your plant and you can grow in. Your responsibility is take care of your plant.
Right.
And then growing your vegetables.
Right.
But Huerta del Valle supply with composting.
Right.
If it has grant, support with seeds
Right.
or any concern, any knowledge. If you don't have a knowledge, Huerta del Valle support with teach about to the farmers.
Wow.
The urban farm is because the section is intensive area. In the
Right.
intensive area, there has Huerta del Valle has employees for the farmers.
Right.
And then growing these areas for put the market every Wednesday and Saturdays, 9 to 10, and put the stand over here and sell the produce.
Or do you have plans for like other areas where you want to have land to do some similar things? Like you've got 4 locations now, right?
Yes.
How, are you looking at other places in terms of adding other pieces of land where you can do more of what you're doing in the first 4 places?
Now I put the plants in Ontario, and I distribute to the different location.
Right.
But the plants there put the seeds, and then when the plant is growing, they're transplanted to different places.
Right.
But now I don't stay ready for getting more lands. It's a lot of work, and I
Right.
don't have a lot of employees.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how much help do you have?
Now I have 3 farmers.
Okay.
3 farmers, 1 bookkeeper, and 1 education coordinator.
Okay.
And 1 social media coordinator.
Okay, wow. So can anyone decide that they want to be a farmer or, take the program? Where do your students, your potential farmers, where do they come from?
Okay, I have a lot of support in this case. The University of Laverne.
Okay, University of Laverne, okay.
To enter to the organization.
Okay.
And Pitzer College.
Right. Pitzer College too, wow.
Yes, come to the internship. They're
Right.
coming for 6 months, and they're having focus to this project, to this semester.
Right.
If you don't finish, I come to the next interns.
Right.
They're finished the project, but there has the support with interns. They come to make 120 hours.
Wow.
Every semester.
Really?
And I have sometimes 9 students, 3 students.
Right.
No less than 3 students.
Wow.
Three interns. And
Wow.
there has the different, abilities in the
Right.
students.
Sure.
There has them focus to this.
Right.
Maybe somebody stay a student for architect,
Right.
the design. Make a design for this project.
Right, okay, sure.
One person there has them focused to economy. You can
Right.
come and support to the bookkeeper. Come on.
Right.
You can tell me this is this.
Right.
This is the support for the organization in this case.
You must, doing what you do, you must see this need for fresh food, fresh produce in the community. Like there aren't as many stores that have fresh food. Things without preservatives or pesticides and things like that. I imagine this has made you more aware of the fact that there's not a lot of this in the community.
Yes, the vision for the organization is growing one garden every mile.
Right.
You know, because hopefully there one day there has the opportunity to see this location.
Right.
But right now there has the inspiration for another gardens. You know, for
Right.
example, Ontario, there has the Joy Garden. It's inspiration for Huerta del Valle.
Wow.
And another San Bernardino, the healthy garden is Loma Linda running this garden.
Oh, wow.
I started with this garden, the Tipicano and Tour. I
Right.
started with this, but now Loma Linda
Right.
running this garden.
Really?
And this is very important, you know, because if I have one garden every mile, you know, everybody there has the access to this,
Sure, sure.
these products.
Oh, that's a great goal. What is the hardest thing about, the most difficult thing about what you're trying to do, about the organization?
For my experience, you know, is the woman. It's hard for myself
Wow.
when somebody see only because it's woman.
Really?
It's Latina, you know.
Right, sure.
It's a lot
Wow.
of close the door, but I say, don't worry, you know.
Right.
I'm working, and I say, I don't make this organization for put my money in my pocket.
Right, right.
I create this organization for the members in the community that has this resource.
Right.
Say, don't worry if you close this door, other doors opening. I say,
Right.
I stay
Right.
open into this. But
Right.
it's hard, you know, when it's Latin, it's Hispanic,
Right.
it's don't speak English,
Wow.
and then don't have the technology.
Right.
It's a lot of challenge, but all the time I say, don't worry. You know, if you can do it, you go in. In
Right.
this case, all the time I say, is any work is hard,
Right.
any work, you know, but when you have more work, more heavy,
Right.
it's more value.
Right.
Because you can go outside to the comfort, the sun, so, you know, it's okay, it's
Right.
good. But when it's sometimes it's hard, you know it's more value your work.
So it sounds great coming from you and may sound okay coming from me, but we're going to talk to both a volunteer and a farmer who have direct experience with working with this organization. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Millie Brown, and I am both a member here at the garden who has a plot, but I also love the garden so much that I volunteer as well. I come every single morning, almost like my space for meditation before I start the day. I wanted to create this plot as an homage to my mom who passed away last year. And so my family's from Puerto Rico. And so what I tried to do was to create a plot where things that we eat in Puerto Rico and can't find locally, that I would grow them here. Just not having all of those pesticides and all of that in the dirt knows that you're kind of like eating something healthy. And also, you see a lot of people in Puerto Rico with diabetes and all of these other types of diseases that I feel like that organic concept is really, really important. But it's just been a wonderful experience, not just to be able to grow here, but all of the wonderful people that are within my own community that I've met. I've always worked from home, so I don't really have that option of meeting a lot of people. And the people here are so kind. If you don't know how to grow something, there's always somebody to educate you on how to do it, how to do it well. And the people share. And just having that environment of a whole community of gardeners. I mean, gardeners are kind people for the most part, you know? I mean, everybody here is. And so I'm just really fortunate to have found this.
Soy agricultor, estoy encargado de aquí del sitio de Huerta del Valle. Yo no conocía nada de lo que hago ahorita aquí. Todo lo que he aprendido, lo aprendí aquí en Huerta del Valle. pues lo que hago es sembrar y también estoy encargado de la composta. Aquí adentro del invernadero lo que hacemos es continuamos sembrando lo que es del verano, porque ya cuando llega el frío en invierno ya no se da afuera. El invernadero produce calor y la planta eso es lo que le gusta ese calor y por eso se crece. Planto aquí, por ejemplo, como lechugas y crecen más rápido. Cada lunes damos donación los vegetales. Prácticamente es gratis y eso es lo que Huerta hace con la comunidad, ayudar a las personas. Eso me da como energía para seguir más sembrando.
I'm Sophia Powers. I go to Pitzer College, and I'm an intern at Huerta del Valle. We do a lot of research at Pitzer, so I've been specifically trying to do research in seeing how to connect the surrounding community to see how they can get engaged in our upcoming compost program. We made about 157 tons of compost this year, and they need homes, so we're looking for people who are willing to bring their scraps, take compost home, get involved in Huerta more. And I've always known about Huerta. It's one of the reasons why I actually went to Pitzer is to, I study food systems, so I knew that I was going to intern here at some point. I think the most important thing that Huerta does, I think as you can tell, there's the airport nearby. It started as historically known for agriculture, but now has become kind of like a warehouse hotspot. And Huerta's vision is to see a community garden every mile. So kind of bringing fresh, healthy, accessible, and affordable food, and also like culturally appropriate food to the community. It's bringing people together and farming. It's giving people fresh food. It's also combating the heavy pollution and just dreariness that corporations and warehouses have created. And I think like there's nothing more important.
So let me ask you a question. At the risk of asking something that is maybe all of us ought to know, should know, but we don't, would you tell us what produce we actually have here? Like what is everything? I know these are strawberries,
Yes.
right? Cabbage,
Yes.
radish.
Radish.
Oh,
The
good.
Bravo radish.
Right, okay, good. And this are what, greens or?
Kale.
Okay, kale.
Kale.
Okay, yeah, right, great. Carrots, I see.
Carrots.
Now, are these greens?
This is romaine lettuce.
Romaine lettuce.
Romaine lettuce.
Okay, fantastic. And what else am I missing
The
here?
purple is kohlrabi.
Okay, okay, not cauliflower.
No,
but
kohlrabi.
Okay, okay.
Kohlrabi.
Okay.
And the other is bok choy.
Okay, oh, wow, okay.
But in this corner, there has the sweet chars.
Really? Oh,
Yes.
gosh. So that's some of everything, and these are all grown on your properties, right?
This is part of the ground because
Right.
this growing many things. There's broccoli, fava beans,
Broccoli.
peas, plums, pomegranate, bananas.
Really?
Yes, there's many things.
Like
there,
broccoli is my
varieties.
thing. I
Yes.
wish you would have brought some broccoli, but.
Yes, and celery,
Right, celery, okay, great.
celery,
Any green onions?
green onions,
Yes? Really?
and purple onions,
So- oh,
and
wow.
yellow onions.
Really?
Potatoes.
Okay.
Sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes.
It's a lot production, yes.
Wow, fantastic.
Only do you know they're very important.
Right, okay.
The season.
Right.
This is the production for the season.
Right.
This is the reason there has more chore.
Right.
Because this season is more to vegetables.
Right.
And the next season there comes the fruits, you know.
Right.
Guavas, pomegranates.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But now it's a little short for fruits.
Okay. Maria, thank you so much for coming and for talking about your wonderful organization. We appreciate it.
Thank you for the invitation. And all the time I say, Huerta del Valle is your home. Welcome, everybody. I don't forget, you know, the events for Huerta del Valle. If you can see the website, you can go to register for volunteer, for the CSA program, for the marketing, any information, you can go to the website.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, we've had a great time and we did it again. What was that? We highlighted one more life-changing organization. Please continue to join us on Inland Edition while we highlight these wonderful organizations like this one, and we continue to move down the road one conversation at a time. Until then, I'm Joe Richardson. See you next time.